Hello, everybody. My name is Michael Buchanan, and today I'll be talking about Chapter 5 of the Now Discover Your Strengths. So, I like this chapter. This chapter talks about your strengths and your weaknesses and your fears, and it correlates the two with how we've been talking about recently through the class and in this book about focusing more on your strengths rather than your weaknesses. This chapter talks about, how most people, when you take a class and you get A's and then you get an F, you tend to focus on the F and you have to do everything you can to turn that weakness into a strength. But really, you just need to get it up to a passing point, but to focus more on your strengths rather than not. I know we've talked about this multiple times before, but what I see in this is that we focus on our weaknesses because we are scared and we have fears. So with that, we don't focus on our strengths. We just focus on, oh my God, I gotta get this up. Like I gotta figure out. And you're right in a sense. You have to get that improved. But if that's obviously one of your weaknesses, it's okay because you just need to get it to a point where you can get by, and to focus more on your strengths and get those things up, and keep pushing those, and that will push your agenda, and that will push your goals, and that will push you to what you want to do for longer. I think a lot of people really have a hard time because they are so fearful of failure that they never even try, and they don't even do what they're passionate about. They just go straight to the 9-to-5 job or the secure job that they need to just make money, make ends meet, and save a little, have a little bit of fun, whatever. But they aren't doing what they love. They're doing what they have to do. And of course, that's understandable. I think everyone could do it if they wanted to. It just depends on if they're willing to make that jump, no matter how high the jump is. And the thing about it is, a lot of the fear comes from uncertainty of the unknown. You don't know if you're going to make it. You don't know how long you go without a paycheck. You don't know how long you're not going to be able to make ends meet. But with that, I think at our age and where we are now in our lives, we need to do that. We need to take advantage of that. Take the risks, take charge, fail. I think we need to start being not afraid to fail. Get comfortable being uncomfortable. Be comfortable with failing. Be comfortable with the possibility of not making it. Because in the end, we all die, and you're not going to be able to take any of it with you. So you might as well do what you want. You might as well go after what you're passionate about. And with that, it talks about being able to overcome your fears. A lot of people, 99% of people will have a normal day, right? And they'll have positive things happen in that day. And from previous comm classes, they talked about you could have 8 positive things happen to you that day, but you only have one. And so in that sense, you had a horrible day because most people focus on the negative. And that's the same thing this book is talking about, is focusing on your weaknesses. And the fear of failure is the greatest fear of all, because that is what holds people back. And that's what separates the 1% from the 99%. And you have to be able to face that fear. And it's okay if you're scared. I'm scared all the time. I mean, I'm scared every day. But the thing about it is I get up and I do it. I kick it in the mouth every single day. And that's true courage. If you're afraid to do something, you're passionate about, or you're afraid to go to whatever it may be, and you go anyway, that's courage. It's bravery. It's true courage, true bravery. What most people do is when they're scared, they don't do it. They stay away from it, right? That seems like the logical-minded person. That's what a sane person would do. That's why they associate with people that go after what they want, insane or crazy or stupid. But they're not. They're just willing to sacrifice, and they're willing to risk. And risk is a huge thing. You cannot be afraid to risk it. The thing about risk, high reward, right? You might win it all, man, but you might lose. The good news about the lose is that in failure and loss comes opportunity. Just like the phoenix being reborn again from ashes. Just because you failed doesn't really, some people take failure out of their vocabulary, is you learned, and you gained experience, and you know what not to do again, And so you can take those strategies, you can take those experiences with you. So really, Either way, there's no such thing as horrible experience. Well, there is. I mean, smoking drugs and getting addicted to drugs and alcohol is a horrible experience, and losing everything. That's a horrible experience. But if you sober and you recover, I mean, the fact that you recovered and went on is huge, and you're destined for great things. But some people don't. And that's with everything in life. Nothing's secure, nothing's guaranteed. But to do what you want and be passionate about it and try your best every single day, you can't go wrong. Hope everybody enjoyed this video. You guys have a great day. Thank you.